Good afternoon, Wild Earth Coffee family. Today we are hiking up to Arthur's Rock, and that's in the foothills of Fort Collins in the Lorry State Park. And another beautiful day to get out and explore. And of course it wouldn't be a hike if we didn't see some wildlife. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you the mule deer checking us out. Apparently they want to be a part of the broadcast today. So hang on, let's turn this around and we'll get you a view of the deer. All right, look up the hill. See if we can zoom in on them. Here's that one, and then over here, kind of tucked in between those trees, there's one over there as well, but got this one looking down on us today, in a good way. Let's see if we can get closer. So I always love seeing the deer. If you followed along on any of my adventures, you know that I have had dolphin encounters, like right in the pod, sharks and manta rays. Let's see, on trail we've had all kinds of bears. Bears go through our camp even. Moose encounters, bison. Anyway, the list is long. But there's something about the deer. And especially this time in Colorado, it seems like the deer are everywhere. And it's always a great reminder to me that nature has a way of figuring stuff out. Nature has a way of adapting to us. Nature has a way of going on in spite of what we're doing. And I think the deer especially can do it with grace and a gentleness that I think we could learn from. So here I am waxing poetic on trail this morning, but you know, I think it's, and I'm glad you were here to enjoy it as well. Anyway, let's keep hiking. Just little bits of snow in the shady places. Actually, the temperatures at night drop down pretty chilly, but the days are warm and gorgeous. So I want to show you Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. You can see Horsetooth Reservoir down there. And we're going to have a series of switchbacks. And then ultimately we're headed up there and up around there. So a little bit more hiking to do, but I thought I'd stop and let you all appreciate this view because it's pretty epic, isn't it? All right, keep hiking. Well, they say in art that sometimes if you want to capture something new, you look at the composition of it from a different perspective. Higher angles, lower angles from the side. This is pretty much the same view that I showed you earlier. We're just much higher. And that rock that I panned to, you can now kind of get a scale of what we're talking about, how massive that looks. Not too much further to go, more up than across, but we're almost there. Okay, we just came up through that area. That was the rock scramble that we just did. And I think you'll see it was worth it. We're going to get a little wind here. I'm going to try and shield the mic because I'm going to come through here. And welcome to the summit of Arthur's Rock. Absolutely gorgeous. You can see all of Fort Collins, Horsetooth Reservoir. Wind is picked up, definitely up at the top here. But let's find a little place to sit for a bit, enjoy the view, get you caught up on some things. All right. Not all right. Okay, well, we made it to the top. That was a pretty epic view, wasn't it? Thought I'd take an opportunity to just touch base with you and say today we are happy to announce that we launched our functional mushroom coffees. We have a ground that is called Ridgeline, and we have an instant for you as well. And if you go to the website, wildearthcoffee.com, click the coffee menu and then scroll down, you will see functional mushroom, and both of our options will be there for you. It has the rich coffee flavor along with the smoothness that a lot of our coffees have. And then we've infused it with lion's mane and chaga mushrooms. So you'll get an earthiness to it for sure. And I think you'll really enjoy it. So go check them out, wildearthcoffee.com, coffee menu, functional mushrooms. So that's very exciting. I'm anxious to see and excited to see what those products are going to do. What else is going on? We received our welcome packet from the Surfrider Foundation. I don't know if you saw that on our social media posts, but a while back we made our donations to the charitable causes and we received our welcome packet from them. So that was kind of cool. And that was a full circle moment. You know, it's the idea and the product being made along with then giving back. And for those that haven't followed our adventures thus far and maybe are just joining us, Wild Earth Coffee exists so that we can all have great coffee and have some fun, embrace adventure. But a portion of every sale goes to keep our trails open and our waters clean and our wilderness wild. So if you're somebody that resonates with that, we invite you to join us. And you can do that again at wildearthcoffee.com. Let's see, we got some cool stuff planned for this year. And I think I can announce the first one as it's going to happen next week. We are headed back for an adventure in Florida. So we have lived in Colorado now for almost 9 months, and it is time for us to go back and see our friends and get involved in kind of the things that we used to do there. We also have a special activity planned, and I can't wait to go do that and share some of that with you as it's happening and put it all together. So be on the lookout for that. We have another big adventure coming up in July and then one in September. And I'm not going to announce those yet, but I will tease this. I brought out an old friend today. This is the Six Moon Designs Minimalist Backpack. And it is one that I had on the Appalachian Trail. So when I need a little more volume, maybe a little bit longer on trail, I like to bring this one out. And it was fun to bring this out today and just get it back on trail and get used to it again. It was like hanging out with an old friend. So anyway, I'll let you know more about our adventures as they come on board. And for now, we'll just sit and enjoy the view. So catch up with you soon. Well, the end is in sight. See down there? There's the van. It's a little more ways to go. So a lot of people ask me if hiking is hard. It's not. Okay, well that was Arthur's Rock, and I think we just came in at 4.5 miles, and it was a great view, great hike, and now I think it's time for a cup of coffee, so let's go get some. All right, it's coffee time, so we're going to choose, the roads were bumpy, so let's see what this looks like. Not too bad. Let's see, we got Trailblazer Dawn. That is a light medium roast. Cascades is a dark roast. Cascades is a very popular brand. Let's see, we got Volcanic Vista, medium roast. We're gonna do Wave Crest. That's still my go-to for right now. I really like Wave Crest. It is a medium roast coffee. It's a blend. It comes from Colombia, Guatemala, Ethiopia. And before I do anything though, let me show you. There we go. I also brought some of our instant coffee, the mushroom blend. Like I was talking about earlier, so be sure to check that out. But yeah, let's go ahead and start making some coffee. I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so got everything we're going to need. Again, we have the Wave Crest coffee. I'll show you how to make that. I have the grinder. Since I like whole bean, I've got a little portable grinder. It's USB rechargeable. I'll show you that. We have our collapsible pour over. That goes on top of our cup, the Wild Earth coffee mug. And then we have a recycled filter. This is made out of recycled materials. And then some people have these from other coffees. This is just a large tablespoon. So I've gotten some questions about how to make the coffee, and again, I like to tell people this is a just to taste, but we recommend that you do, let's read it here, 2 tablespoons or 10 grams of ground coffee for each 6 ounces of water. I can tell you that adjusting to taste is really the right method because our beans are so rich that some people can get away with 2 tablespoons for 12 ounces of water. If you really like a bold, dark cup, then the two tablespoons per 6 ounce really works well. And I go back and forth. Each bean, each roast has its own characteristics, and that kind of determines whether I use more beans or less. So, but the directions are a good guideline. And again, just adjust to taste. And you know what? Tell me what you like. Let me know what you think about it. So let's make up a little coffee. I'll show you what I do. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is pick our coffee, open it up. I'm going to actually pull the bag out so you can see what it looks like. You can also see I'm a little low on beans. I showed you the old coffee scoop that I'd gotten from a different coffee. This is the tablespoon. So you can see level, maybe a nice rounded tablespoon of coffee. And we'll put that in the grinder. You know, when you get into specialty roast coffees, one of the things you'll notice right away is the smell. It's incredible. I've got the windows and the door open in the van, and you can still just smell that roast. It's incredible. So this is a little portable grinder, and I'm not making very much, so we're just going to hit it. Right now I've got it more on a coarse setting. And just let it do its thing. Go there with it. While we're doing that, we'll get the rest of it set up. And this is our extended pot. We got a new one. Our old one, the sidewalls have been so warmed up that eventually it just kind of gave up. So we had to get a new one. This is a Cedar Summit, and it comes with the lid. You can see in there. And somebody asked me, they noticed in one of our videos that I had links to products, and that was through Amazon. And yes, I am an Amazon associate. And what that means is that if I recommend a product with a link and you go out there and purchase that product, or any product that you go to but went through that link, I actually earn a commission off of that. Now, with that, any sales that come through the efforts that we go here, I put all that money into the donation pot. So your coffee sales, your merchandise, or things that we might do from affiliate links, all of that gets thrown into the pot and is considered part of the donations that we give to our charitable causes. So anyway, if you find it down in the link below, feel free to purchase it from us, and we'd be happy if you did that. Okay, put the heat on, put the pot on. I'm going to put a little water in. Somebody asked if I had water services in the van. Of course I do. We're just in winterized mode right now, so I carry a little water with me wherever we go. And we'll let the heat get on that kettle. So what we'll do after that is we will set up our coffee and our filter situation. And I only put in a little bit of coffee, but let me show you. Again, those are our grounds, so that would be whether you got a whole bean and did your own grind or got it ground from us. Our ground is a little finer when we actually do it for you, but you can see I've got a full tablespoon there, and you can see that actually made about 2.5 tablespoons, so we'll just go ahead and do the whole thing. So Arthur's Rock was really interesting. Like I said before, it was about a mile, 1.7 miles to the top and then back down. But once you got up there, you really had the ability to kind of go all around the top of Arthur's Rock. It wasn't just that one view spot that I took you to. So it was really cool. I think that one might be one that we do again and try to explore some different areas. And now that it's in the afternoon, it's gotten a little crazier. We had the trail all to ourselves, but this time around it's starting to fill up. I don't know if people are getting out of school, getting out of work, But let me show you what we're kind of looking at here. So you can see we got a few more vehicles in the parking lot, but still just a beautiful afternoon. I don't know if you can see through there. There's a Cyber truck. That's cool. Okay, let's take a look. We didn't put very much water in, so it should get warm here real soon. And kind of clean up our mess. I'm notorious for coming in and just kind of spreading out. So I spend a lot of time cleaning up after myself. I can hear the water. It sounds like it's boiling, so let's go ahead and kill the flame. And we'll... Oh yeah. Okay, your initial pour, I've said this several times, your initial pour, you want to let it filter out. That is the bloom. That's where CO2 is released through the top of those beans. It brings out an extra richness and boldness to the coffee. And then we just let it go through the pour over and enjoy our cup of coffee. I wish they would invent the ability to have smells and scents come through videos, because right now, like I said, I've got all the windows open and the van still smells like a fresh brewed cup of coffee. It's pretty amazing. So let's see what we're dealing with here. See the flow rate? That's a good looking cup of coffee down there. All right, we'll top it off and enjoy. We'll turn the camera around and talk a little bit more, but it's time for a cup of coffee. Okay, well, coffee has been brewed. You can see it's a beautiful, beautiful color, and just well deserved. That was a great hike today. Step outside, and again, you can see we're starting to get a few more people enjoying the park. Okay, well, that's going to do it for today. Arthur's Rock was a great hike. I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate your support, and I hope y'all have a great afternoon. Take care, y'all. We'll see you next time.